Making money online does not need to be this big grind that drains all of your time and your energy. If you're someone who is working a 9 to 5 and you're looking for extra ways to make income but have no idea where to begin, in this video, I'm gonna break down 4 lazy, aka low effort, but realistic ways to make money online, perfect for complete beginners. So a little bit of a disclaimer here. Obviously, making money will always require some level of effort, but the ways that I'm gonna show you today are lazy in the sense where they don't require any startup capital, they don't require you to have any specialized tech skills, and you don't even need to have any business knowledge to start. For every single one, I'm also gonna rate how easy it is to get started, how much you can realistically make as a beginner, and exactly step by step how you can get started today so you can immediately start making money online. So let's dive into it. And by the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Tika, and last year I quit my corporate job to pursue a life on my own terms. Since then, I've moved around, started making money online, and share the journey along the way. On this channel, I talk about online business and personal finance to help you build financial freedom and a life that you truly love. The first way that you can make money online is to become a virtual assistant or VA. I think this is honestly one of the lowest hanging fruits out there because if you are currently in a corporate job, then most likely you will already have all of the skills that you need to become a virtual assistant. If you are organized, you're able to follow instructions, and you know your way around basic admin tools like Google Calendar, email, Microsoft Office, then you already have everything and all of the skills that you need to get started. So a VA is someone who helps small business owners, entrepreneurs, and content creators with basic admin tasks. So think things like answering to emails, scheduling meetings, maybe organizing their files online, and even scheduling posts for their content. The scope of the job is gonna vary a little bit based on who you're working for and exactly what they need. However, just think basic admin tasks. You might be thinking, why on earth would anyone pay someone else to do such basic, simple tasks that they could very easily do themselves? Well, if you are an entrepreneur or a content creator, then your time is your most precious resource. If you are spending time doing emails, scheduling meetings, and all these little admin tasks, it can easily take up like maybe 1 to 2 hours in your day. And that's like a huge chunk of time that you are taking away from higher leverage activities. Things like strategizing to help 10x the business or writing content that's really gonna convert leads. But you can't do that if you're wasting time on all these other activities that aren't really moving the needle. If this is your first time hearing about virtual assisting, trust me, there's so many people out there already doing this. In fact, for me, like I get a dozen emails every single month of people asking me, can I work with you as an assistant? Can I do all your admin tasks? This is a very common thing. So here's step by step with how you can get started. Firstly, just prepare a CV. You probably already have one if you're working a corporate job. Tailor it a little bit to highlight all of your transferable admin skills, things like communication and all the tools that you can use like Microsoft Office, Canva, and things like that. You can create a free profile on Upwork or Fiverr. That's basically where people can advertise their freelancing skills, side gigs, and you can get clients through there. You can also leverage your social media. You can post on your Instagram story and make a LinkedIn post too with your availability and the kind of work that you're offering. You should also reach out to people on social media actively. So on LinkedIn, you can search for creator or founder or business owner, and you can just like start cold DMing, cold emailing people. There's 2 things that I really want to highlight here with like cold outreach. First thing is that you want to lead with value. So you want to make it as easy as possible for them to say yes and as hard as possible for them to say no. You can offer your services for free. Let's say you tell them, hey, I am a virtual assistant. I'm happy to work with you for 1 month for free. After that, in exchange, you can provide me with a testimonial if you're happy with my work. And if you want to continue working with me, this would be my rate. And the powerful thing about getting testimonials is that you can use that to then make it easier for you to get other clients in future because social proof is gold. And so by offering your services for free or at a very discounted rate, you are essentially lowering the barrier of entry and making it as easy as possible for them to say yes so that working with you is a no-brainer. Another thing I really want to highlight is that people really underestimate the level of volume required when it comes to cold outreach. What a lot of people will do, and I've fallen into this trap myself, is in one day they'll just DM 2 people and email 1 person and just call it a day and give up when no one responds. You can't just be messaging 3 people. You need to be messaging at least 30, 40, 50 in a day because all of these people, these small business owners and content creators, they will have hundreds of emails coming in all the time. time asking them like, hey, can I work with you for free? Or hey, can I edit your videos? Or can I be your virtual assistant? Like for me, I get at least a dozen emails of people asking me like, hey, can I be your virtual assistant? And so a lot of the time your email is going to be lost in their inboxes. So one thing is you want to do the level of volume required, meaning you also follow up with the same people. You're not just reaching out to, 50 different people in a day. Over the span of a month, maybe you reach out to the same person 3, 4, 5 times. So the ease of getting started is 5 out of 5 stars. All you really need is a laptop, internet connection, and your existing skills of admin and organization. As a beginner, you can expect to earn maybe somewhere between $5 to $20 an hour. The more experience you get, the more testimonials you get, and also the more you niche down with the kinds of people that you're helping, the more that you can charge per hour. So maybe it can go to upwards of $25 to $40 an hour. If you work just 2 hours a day in a month, you can potentially earn somewhere between $300 to $1,200. The second income you can start is a print-on-demand side hustle. For first-time entrepreneurs, selling physical products like your own merch is something that I generally wouldn't really recommend because there's a lot of complexity added and a lot of things that you need to consider that you wouldn't otherwise with like a digital product. So things like dealing with suppliers, sourcing out raw materials, stock and inventory, and also the logistics of like shipping stuff to your customers. However, print on demand makes it possible to take away all of this fuss. Print on demand is basically a business model where you design and sell custom merchandise online without ever needing to touch inventory. Instead of buying products in bulk, you only pay for an item after a customer orders it and it's printed and shipped directly to them. And that brings me to today's sponsor, which is Printify. Platforms like them make this whole process a lot simpler. All you have to do is upload your design and then connect it to an online store like your Etsy store or Shopify. And then Printify handles all the rest from the printing to the packaging to the shipping. The best part is that there is zero upfront cost involved. There's no storage space needed, and you don't even need to be like a professional designer or anything. You can just use free tools like Canva to make really simple designs. And to show you how easy it is, I'm actually gonna set up a print-on-demand product for you right here, right now. Let's say I wanna make some merch for the YouTube channel. What I'm gonna do is go to Etsy. I'll show you guys like an example of like a storefront or a product that could give you some ideas of what you can sell and how much you can potentially earn from it. Let's say you sell a shirt on Etsy. The price of it here, it's in ringgit. This is around like 30 USD per t-shirt. This person has made 534 sales. In total, if you like multiply the two, this person has gotten $16,000 from sales of this t-shirt, which is pretty good. So now first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create our design. So we're gonna go to canva.com. Let's say I wanted to make a t-shirt for the YouTube channel. Honestly, like I haven't really thought about what I want my community name to be. Like, you know how Taylor Swift fans are called Swifties? I haven't thought of one for my community just yet. Forgive me for the super lame name. I'm just gonna go with Freedom Crew for now because if you guys have any better suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. And the reason why I picked Freedom Crew is because my whole channel is largely about, me quitting my 9-to-5 and pursuing a life on my own terms, building time, financial, location freedom. Freedom Crew kind of fits. Yeah, like I said, if you have any better suggestions, let me know in the comments. This looks like it could be the cousin of Comic Sans. I'm not a huge fan, but anyways, let's pick this. Freedom Crew, here we are. And then next we're gonna go to printify.com. So I've already got an account with them, but what you're gonna do is you are gonna create your first product. So create product, and for me, because I wanna make a t-shirt, I'm gonna select clothing and apparel, and I really like oversized tees, so I'm gonna pick this unisex oversized boxy tee. And then it's just as simple as uploading the design that I had made earlier, and now I just put it on the t-shirt. Once you're done, all you have to do is save the product, and that's what it would look like. Tell me if you guys would buy this t-shirt. I personally wouldn't. So now that we've got the design, we're gonna create an account on Etsy. Once you've made your account on Etsy, you wanna go back to Printify, go back to my store, and here it says connect your Etsy store. So let's connect that right now. And you can connect it to other channels too, like Shopify, for example. Here is where you're gonna create your Etsy shop. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna put my name here, and then just fill in all your details, how you're gonna get paid and all that good stuff. So now at this point, you already have your your Etsy storefront set up and you've connected it to your Printify account. You've also got your design ready to go. All you gotta do is just publish your product. And what you wanna do as well is to go to your Etsy account and just update the keywords on your listing. This is just to make sure that the right people are gonna find your product. Pro tip, you can use ChatGPT to help you with this as well. So now every time someone buys from you, Printify will print the product and ship it directly to the customer, and then you get to keep the profit. So a few keynotes on Printify: they do offer the best prices on the market. They have the largest catalog with over 1,300 products. They have a large global production network, which means that you can print locally and avoid extra fees. And they easily integrate with other platforms such as Etsy, Shopify, TikTok Shop, and more. It's literally the easiest way for you to get started with a print-on-demand side hustle with zero upfront costs and also zero experience. With the ease of getting started, I would rate this a 3 out of 5 stars, mainly because to get started, it doesn't require a lot of like tech skills or anything. However, it does require effort to get sales. As a beginner, your earning potential can vary quite a lot, but let's say you're selling t-shirts, you can probably earn maybe like $5 to $12 in profit per item that you sell. So for example, if the price of your t-shirt is $25 and it takes $13 to fulfill, then you can keep $12 in profit. If you make 5 to 10 sales a month, maybe you can earn an extra $50 to $120. And once you've been doing it long enough and your listing really takes off, you can potentially earn an extra $200 to $500 per month. The third way you can make money online is to freelance a skill that you already have. Freelancing is basically where you're offering up your skills or a particular service to clients on a more like project to project basis or contract basis, as opposed to working as an employee full-time. You're essentially like your own boss, where you get to decide which projects you want to work on, which clients you want to work with, and how much you charge per hour, as well as how much you want to work. Examples of easy beginner services you can offer would be social media captions or Canva posts for small businesses, basic video editing like TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts, simple website setup with tools like Wix or Squarespace, transcription or proofreading, or even translating documents. And virtual assisting also falls into this bucket of freelancing, and the way that you would advertise your skills and your service is in a similar way. You can post on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, or you can directly reach out to people that you might want to work with. In short, freelancing is trading your skills for money without being tied to a 9-to-5 job. So here's exactly how you can get started with this. Basically, you want to identify your monetizable skills from school, university, or that you already use in your 9-to-5 job, or maybe you have a hobby that you've picked up a skill from. Package just one of those into a simple offer. Then you can post your listing on Upwork or Fiverr, or like cold outreach to people, like emailing them or DMing them. And then after you've landed your first client, you want to deliver that project really well so that you can get a really shining review from them. You can use that as social proof to then get future clients. I would rate the ease of getting started a 4 out of 5 stars, because you don't need to create your own products like you would with print on demand, and you're just basically trading your existing skills for money. How much you can earn as a beginner will again vary, so I would say maybe around $30 to $100 per gig, depending on what exactly is the service that you're offering to people. And so if you can manage to secure like 3 to 5 gigs per month, you can be earning somewhere between $500 to $1,500 per month. I saved the best for last, and one way that I would highly recommend for anyone to start making money online is to create content and to create a profitable personal brand. Making content has hands down been the best decision I've ever made in my life. It has completely changed everything for me. It's changed my finances. It has 10x'd my fulfillment. Content gave me the avenue to eventually quit my 9-to-5 job and to travel around whilst doing work that I find super fulfilling. But of course, things weren't always that way from the start. It takes time to build an audience and to build a brand that people trust and that people can really resonate and connect with. But I promise you, if you do this and you post consistently for even just 1 year, your life is going to completely change. When I was still working full-time, I had like maybe 10 to 15,000 subscribers, and I had one video that just popped off and did really well. And I remember just from that one single video in AdSense, I got half my monthly salary that I would normally get from my corporate job, just from one video doing well. And that gave me that amount consistently for several months. And that's the beauty of making content, and YouTube specifically, in that you do all this upfront work to make that video or that piece of content, and you can reap the rewards and generate income for yourself months down the line or even years down the line. And so in a lot of ways, it felt like I was getting a lot of passive passive income. After some time, I realized that creating content online actually turns you into a magnet of opportunities. When I was first starting out and I had 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers maybe, brands started reaching out to me asking for collaborations and sponsorships. And so you really don't need to have a massive audience to start earning money online. And also, I just wanted to highlight that I have never personally reached out to a brand or a company for a sponsorship before. Every single sponsorship that I've ever gotten has been through people reaching out to me. And that's what I mean when I say that creating content and creating a profitable personal brand turns you into a magnet for opportunities. It opens up a whole bunch of income streams for you. A year and a half into my content journey, that was when I officially launched my very first business tied to my content. And for a bit of context, it was a creator coaching business. I was helping 9 to 5 corporate professionals to grow their presence online, to grow their audience on YouTube, and it was a high-ticket one-to-one coaching offer. And with that business, I managed to generate between 3,000 to 4,000 USD per month, which is triple what I used to earn in my old corporate salary. And so here's why creating a personal brand is one of the most powerful ways and lazy ways to make money online. You make the content once and it keeps bringing in views, followers, and income for months or years down the line. You can start with zero budget, just your phone, free editing software, and free tutorials on YouTube. The barrier to entry has never been lower, but the upside has also never been higher. I went from a corporate job to running my own full-time business with just 30,000 subscribers. And so what I really want to highlight here is that you do not need a million followers or a million subscribers. You just need a small, loyal audience and the courage to launch something that can really help other people and that people are willing to pay for. If you want to start building your own personal brand, or maybe you've already started making content, but you have no idea how to monetize that or how to start your own business from it, then I've actually created this free Notion guide. It's called 4 Steps to Starting Your First Online Income Stream in Under 48 Hours, even if you have zero business experience. It's going to help you to identify your most monetizable skills, narrow it down to one with real business potential, and it's going to take you step by step on how to craft your very first offer so that you can actually start making money online. It's completely beginner friendly, step by step, and it's designed to take you from planning and procrastination mode to actually taking action and launching. I'll put a link to it in the description below. If I were to start a personal brand today from scratch, here is step by step exactly what I would do. First, I would just pick a platform. Any platform, doesn't really matter which one, either YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and then pick one core theme or like a few related topics that you can comfortably talk about, that you have some knowledge in and have a lot of interest in as well. Could be finance tips or travel hacks or fashion. It can be literally whatever. But of course, you want to pick a topic that does have some demand and you know is going to allow you to create a profitable business down the line. And so my Notion guide really helps to identify what that is for you. Next, once I have my core theme or my core topics, I would post consistently for a minimum of 6 to 12 months. And with YouTube, I would recommend once a week. With TikTok and Instagram, if you can do it daily, that's the best. But if you can only post a few times a week, then just start there. Once you build an audience and once you grow a small following, let's say 1 to 2 or 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's when money opportunities are going to start coming to you. So people are going to start offering you affiliate links and brand sponsorships and collaboration. That's when you'll be monetized on YouTube and you can start earning AdSense. And then long term, what you can do is you can package your monetizable skill into a clear offer and then launch it to your audience. Could be one-to-one coaching like what I did, or you can create digital products, a self-paced course, a PDF, e-guide, or just some sort of a tool that can help your audience to achieve a dream outcome based on the niche that you talk about on your channel or your social media page. I would say the ease of getting started with this is a 4 out of 5 stars. It is easy to get started because you can literally just like pick up your phone or a camera and start recording. But I would say the hard bit is the consistency aspect. Sticking to it is difficult, but I promise you, if you stick to it for at least 6 to 12 months, your life is going to change. How much you can expect to earn from this as a beginner? I would say maybe $0 to $100 for the first 6 months, realistically speaking, because it does take time to gain enough traction and to build enough of an audience or a following to get monetized and to also attract income opportunities to you. And once your videos pick up, you can get like between $200 to $1,000 per month if your video performs well. And again, you don't need to be having 100 or 200,000 subscribers for you to be getting this sort of money. Like you can have 10K subscribers or less, but if your videos are getting like 100 500 to 500,000 views, then you can generate a lot of AdSense. Because one common misconception with YouTube that a lot of people don't really know is that your AdSense income has nothing to do with your subscriber count. AdSense is tied to view count. And so as long as you can generate a lot of views, doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. With brand deals, you can earn a lot of money, especially if you have a large following or you have a lot of views consistently on your channel. And so as like a small to medium creator, you can be earning maybe like a few $100s per brand deal or upwards of like 1,000, 2,000. And if you have a large enough following, like some people can sign on 6-figure brand deals. And finally, once you graduate to launching your own business down the line or releasing your own product or service, I swear like the income is uncapped. You can be earning thousands, 10K, 50K, 100K months. I personally know creators who have small-ish followings, like less than 100K subscribers, but because they started their own business, generated like 100K in revenue per month. So I hope this gave you guys some ideas of what side hustles you can start even when you're working full-time and you have no prior experience. If you want more behind-the-scenes tips, resources, and mindset shifts around financial freedom, entrepreneurship, building your own business online, or creating your own personal brand, then you can subscribe to my free newsletter where I share all of these things every single week: how to start your own online income stream and how to build financial, time, and location freedom for yourself. I also have a financial freedom resource guide. It's basically a curated list of all of the books, podcasts, videos, and resources that really helped me when I was first starting out on my journey towards building financial freedom. It helped me to break through a lot of limiting beliefs that I had and actually inspired me to start taking action. Links to everything, free Notion guide, all the resources in the description below. Okay guys, take care and see you in the next video.